So the next segment is Gorillaz' Rock the House music video. This is, of course, off their first album, and I believe it is the final music video off that album to be released, depending on how you think they're released, but that seems to be, to my understanding, was the final one. I really like this album. I really like this song. I do not really like this music video at all. I think Gorillaz' Rock the House is a great song, and I think the thing with this music video, one, it was really late when it came out because Adult Swim would use the music, MTV would use the music a lot, like as like, you know, if they pan out to Times Square and be like, we'll be right back, and you hear that, and I just don't really love the whole idea of this. I like sort of the animation, the color of it, and things like that, but it's just sort of like these inflatable gorillas dancing, and it does sort of play as like a sequel to Clint Eastwood in a way, with the, you know, gorillas dancing in the not the band, but, you know, actual gorillas dancing in the background and stuff. But then the band plays and you hear Del the Funky Homo Sapien spit some rhymes, some good rhyming and stuff like that. But it just like having Murdoch like dance around these things being shot at him and stuff like that. Like I never really loved it. Like, I don't know, I'm not a big sports person, so it's like, it didn't seem funny or gross to me. It just felt sort of dumb. Although I sort of like the colors on him, and I remember these cool murals of it at the time, which I couldn't find any evidence of anywhere. But I remember thinking, like, why would you pick that music video? Does anyone like that music video? I don't think they do. But apparently this was actually inspired by something. The Gorillaz were actually sued by someone else for saying they came up with the idea of the Gorillaz and Jamie Hewlett stole it. And so he came up with the idea of having Murdoch like kind of dodge bullets and stuff like that, was kind of inspired this, which was actually true. Apparently Jamie Hewlett worked on character designs for this project that was going to be a multimedia project called like Monkey Tennis, that was going to be sort of this multimedia thing and could have been a thing with bands. They didn't seem to have a real definition, but they sued Damon Albarn and Jamie Hewlett over the ideas of the Gorillaz. They didn't really get into it, and it seemed like, if you read interviews, like what it exactly was or what was going on. Jamie Hewlett has this quote where he says, "At the time we were being sued by someone who claimed he invented Gorillaz and was demanding rights over my music, brain, image, and face, which obviously made my blood boil. It felt like we were under attack from a hail of bullets. So we took that feeling and made it visual into a video." I think as Jamie Hewlett was hired by Monkey Tennis to make these character designs, he was privy to that, but it felt like they had this very loose idea of what their thing could be, and Gorillaz, they absolutely knew what they were doing from a very pointed way, and he had been coming up with, you know, an idea of a cartoon band for a while. This wasn't a new thing, and it wasn't something that they had come up with before. I don't really know what happened with that lawsuit, but as they have continued to make albums, I'm pretty sure it was not successful. It's interesting, the backstory of that, and hearing about how he worked on this thing that never went anywhere, how they sued him, and how they're trying to like get rights to the Gorillaz and like sort of take it over. Now that didn't happen, and you know, having this be like the kind of last single with Del the Funky Homo Sapien, you see like the ghost come out and how cool that is from Russell. There's some of the animation I like and what they did with it, but I don't like the inflatable dancing gorillas. I don't like a lot of that stuff. It's just like a video that when it came out, I was like, oh, this is like, I like this song, but I'd heard it in so many places at that point. I kind of more remember like early Adult Swim playing it and thinking that was cool than I liked this video. So I really like this song. I really like the Gorillaz, but I think this is the weakest, maybe the weakest video I've ever seen from them, but definitely the weakest from that album. I enjoy this song. I think it is a great song. It is a sort of an interesting music video. It's sort of got nice flow to it and cool colors. But overall, it's like, I just go, what the fuck is this? I'm honestly not interested. Can I just hear the song without you? And that's mainly what I do when I listen to this album. I sort of just imagine this in my own brain instead of the music video. In a real music video, you almost can't take it out of your image of the song. And I feel that way for the other music videos in this album. I don't with this one. So I think it was a bit of a failure, if we're being honest with ourselves, and at least from my perspective. Although I do think they did a really good job, making it and animating it. I just think it didn't capture how I felt about the song. And I also felt at the time that I'd heard this song so many times, you really didn't need to give it a single at that point. It just felt like it was a little late. But regardless, Rock the House, a great song from the Gorillaz, but sort of a disappointing music video.